It was the roaring 20s. The economy was booming. Jazz filled the air, and women won the right to vote. But here in Berks County, something just as important was happening.
A ticket to the movies cost 25 cents, and eggs were 47 cents a dozen. As the world marveled at Babe Ruth's home runs, here in Berks County, we were taking our own big swing, establishing the Welfare Federation to lift up those in need.
Hello, my name is Joni Naugle, and I am proud to serve as the chair of the United Way of Berks County's Board of Directors. I'm honored to have my good friend Pete Connors, our board's vice chair, join me as we celebrate 100 years of impact. For 100 years, our mission of the United Way has remained unchanged, improving lives and strengthening our community. On April 14, 1925, 25 local organizations united to form what would later become the United Way of Berks County. The Welfare Federation's goal was to improve the health and welfare of citizens, care for people in crisis, and support area youth and the poor. The Federation's first campaign was dubbed the Community Chest and raised more than $257,000. With infant mortality rate at 22%, those first funds saved lives, providing maternal and infant care in rural areas and helping hospitals support families in crisis.
The Great Depression hit hard. Unemployment soared. Food insecurity skyrocketed, and families in Berks County struggled. But United Way didn't step back. They stepped up. An emergency fund drive provided immediate relief. And in 1939, the Community Chest adopted the iconic red feather symbol, representing voluntary giving and good deeds. During World War II, community leaders recognized Berks County had two battles to fight: supporting the troops and aiding those struggling at home. The Community and War Chest campaign was born, a collaborative campaign initiative that offered donors the ability to make one gift to support both war efforts and local community needs.
The 1950s ushered in an era of growth. Booming suburbs, families, and generosity. Sock hops, poodle skirts and cardigans, soda shops, and drive-in movies were all the fad.
The yo-yo craze took over. Hula hoops sold 20 million in 6 months. And in 1956, United Way reached a major milestone, the first $1 million campaign.
In 1956, the Community Chest and its agencies merged with the newly formed United Fund and created an organization of local and locally focused national providers of social services. The founding leaders and dear friends of the United Fund included Ferdinand Toone, Frank R. Palmer, and Richard Caron. The first United Fund campaign topped $1 million, with 396 Berks companies conducting employee campaigns. And in 1958, the Loaned Employee Campaign Counselors was introduced. Fast forward to 2025, the United Way will benefit from more than 1,000 LCSs, supported by hundreds of local companies.
The 60s, man, was a decade filled with social change, political upheaval, and cultural revolution. Woodstock adopted the peace sign to represent a message of peace and unity, and the ever-famous smiley face was created and remains a pop culture icon.
During the 60s, the Reading School District reported 39% of 7th through 12th grade students were dropping out of school. In response, a pilot program was launched for school success by preparing children for kindergarten. 1 year later, Operation Head Start was launched, ensuring thousands of children received early education. an impact still felt today.
In response to the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King, the Community Chest established a fund to empower minority communities and funded a community action training school. The 1970s were a transformative decade, marked by political, cultural, and social changes. On the pop culture front, the Rubik's Cube was invented in 1974, with more than 43 quintillion possible combinations. 500 million Rubik's Cubes have been sold worldwide. On January 8, 1971, the United Fund name changed to the United Way of Berks County, and the national logo was adopted. With 33% of Berks County seniors living below poverty level and an expanding Spanish-speaking population, United Way partners to launch new programs, Meals on Wheels to deliver to homebound seniors, and outreach programs to help migrant workers and their families.
In the early 80s, unemployment was on the rise as supportive food and medical benefits were decreasing. United Way created a special fund to support soup kitchens, pantries, and shelter space, as well as financial counseling programming to help the unemployed. In 1988, a local Tocqueville Society was established with 3 founding members, Carolyn and Jerry Holleran, Sam and Kay McCullough, and Paul and June Rodell. Tocqueville recognizes members who generously give $10,000 or more each year. Currently, there are 162 members donating over $3 million.
Diversity and support to minority members of the community, family support, HIV/AIDS, housing, literacy, and substance abuse came to the forefront in the 1990s. During this time, parents working non-traditional hours were challenged with childcare needs, and as a result, the United Way and Opportunity House established Pennsylvania's first 24-hour childcare center. In 1992, 150 volunteers participated in the first United Way Day of Caring, which today remains one of the organization's signature volunteer events.
Ain't no one stopping me, ain't no way. Ain't no one stopping me, ain't no way.
United Way introduced right from the start a program focused on early school success for low-income neighborhoods by providing prenatal care, parenting classes, child care education for informal providers, and an early literacy effort called Raising a Reader. United Way doesn't just grow programs, they grow communities. Their role in Reading's Weed and Seed initiative revitalized neighborhoods. As law enforcement weeded out crime, United Way engaged residents and planted the seeds for neighborhood improvements. In the largest volunteer effort in United Way's history, 2,000 Day of Caring volunteers descended on Reading's riverfront in a project called RiverQuest. Local businesses, schools, and community volunteers beautified a 2-mile stretch along the Schuylkill River in one day.
Following the Great Recession of 2009, more people needed to be connected with crucial services. United Way launched 211, a 24/7 informational hotline. Because we are cheddar together, United Way brought volunteers together with a purpose. The Big Cheese mealpacking event helps fight hunger in Berks. The event launched in 2015, and with the upcoming event later this year, more than 6,200 volunteers will have packaged over 3 million meals.
Now that's a good thing for our community. In 2012, the Ready, Set, Read initiative was launched in response to declining PSSA scores among local third graders. Reading on grade level by the end of the third grade is a critical indicator of future success in school and life. Ready, Set, Read improves literacy, prepares kids for schools, and engages the family.
COVID-19 changed everything, but the United Way responded fast. The Berks COVID-19 Response Fund raised over $1 million for emergency relief, protective equipment, and funding for local school districts to combat learning loss. At the end of 2020, philanthropist Mackenzie Scott selected the United Way of Berks County to receive a $10 million gift. This gift allowed the United Way to amplify its mission and tackle key community issues. For 100 years, United Way has been the heart of building a strong community. This also requires developing leaders who can drive future and lasting changes. Our Leadership United programs, including Blueprint for Leadership, Emerging Leaders United, and Leadership Berks, create a pipeline of leaders who will help shape Berks County for generations to come. United Way annual campaign provides individuals and organizations the opportunity to rally around our community, support our neighbors, and invest in programs to improve lives and strengthen Berks County. Since our inception, over $400 million has been raised. This is an amazing community.
Happy 100th birthday, United Way of Berks County. As we reflect on 100 years of service to Berks County, we recognize that partnerships, collaboration, and innovation have propelled the United Way of Berks County forward. While we can't predict the next 100 years, we know one thing: the United Way will keep striving for a Berks County where everyone thrives.